Hey friends, welcome to my channel. I've come back with another recipe, another easy to cook and quick to make meal. This recipe is a very traditional dal tadka recipe that we've all eaten at our homes. Before moving ahead with the recipe, I thought I would just like to give my introduction, a small introduction that will help you to know me better. My name is Preeti and I hail from Mumbai. The one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel is because I just wanted to share with everyone out there some quick and some easy to make recipes which will not take a lot of time in the kitchen, so that you can save some time and maybe spend this time somewhere else. Also, living in Mumbai, I have noticed that most of us we travel for a long time, which means 2 to 3 hours travel, both sides included. So that leaves us with very less time to go home and prepare something which is usually not like a 5-course meal. So to make something very jhatpat and yet delicious, I thought whatever knowledge I have, I would like to share it with you. So this recipe is specifically dedicated to all those people who are single, bachelor, living away from their home, and they haven't been able to taste the ghar ka khana. And because I know a lot of people who apprehend because it will take a lot of time or they would not know where to begin with. So I thought this recipe, along with all my other recipes, will help you with that. At the end, if you like my channel, if you like the videos that I have posted, then do hit the subscribe button. And if you have any specific request, any special request, any recipe that you would like me to put up, then let me know about that also. And if there is any scope of improvement for me, then do leave a comment, do leave a feedback. I can learn from it. Let's get this journey started together.
So today's recipe is dal tadka, which is a very simple and yet a very special recipe for me. Special because it is actually inspired by how my dad makes it whenever he makes it. And I can definitely say that this recipe is going to be a visual treat for vegetarians as well as non-vegetarians. And if you have ever procrastinated cooking or you didn't know where to begin with, I suggest have a look at this video and then let me know what are your thoughts on it. Let's get started. So first we'll get the dal ready. I'm taking arhar ki dal over here. It is also called tur ki dal, and this is the dal traditionally required to prepare a dal tadka recipe. So after taking 3/4 bowl dal in a cooker, I'm giving it a good rinse under the water. I usually rinse it thrice. After the thorough rinse, just pour enough water so that your dal is submerged in it, just like this. I've soaked the dal over here for 2 hours. It is usually said that you should soak the dal for at least 30 minutes to a maximum of 6 to 8 hours. The reason is the dal requires a lot of water, and you can see the difference between the soaked and the unsoaked dal. It is really helping you so that the dal doesn't become thick when it cools down. Now I'm going to just take around 500 ml of water, or a big tall glass of water, and I'm gonna warm this in a microwave. You can also do it on a gas stove. This is a small tip that I learned from my mom, that you should always use hot or warm water for cooking. In that way you actually tend to save a lot of time, and it also helps in the cooking process getting faster. So once the water is done, we're just gonna take this and use it in the cooker, and we'll put the cooker on the stove and add some salt to it, some turmeric to it, and then we are going to use the water that we have just warmed. And I'm going to reduce the flame to a medium low, and then I'll put the lid on, and this dal will be ready in 3 to 4 whistles. I'll let it cook for 3 to 4 whistles, 3 usually. Now while the dal is cooking, let's get the tadka ready. I have taken a pan over here and I have poured some oil. This is around 2 spoons of oil over here, and this is what we are going to need for the tadka apart from the spices. The ratio of onion to tomato is 2:1. For 2 onions, there is 1 tomato, and these are roughly chopped. I have taken hing, I've taken jeera. You can take 1 or 2 red chilies. I've taken some crushed garlic over here, and like I said, roughly chopped tomato, roughly chopped onion, and some coriander and green chilies for garnishing. We're gonna use it only for garnishing. In this deep pan, I've put the red chili and some jeera for tadka. And after this, you can put some little hing. Hing is very good for digestion, and the crushed garlic. Garlic gives a very good fragrance to your dal. It is really awesome, just awesome. I can't define it. So after you fry these things a little bit, after the garlic has turned a little brown, you can add the onion, the chopped onions that you have, and you can mix it well. Give it a good mix. So after the onion has started sweating and it has changed its color to golden brown, I'm gonna add this tomato to it. This is one tomato roughly chopped, and then I'm gonna mix it well. And then I'm gonna saute this well together. In the meanwhile, we are gonna add some salt, turmeric, red chili powder, and a little bit of jeera powder to the masala. Again, I'm going to mix all of these spices really well with the tomato and the onion, and just press the tomato a little bit to become mushy. And in the meanwhile, our dal is ready after 3 whistles. It has cooled down, and you can see it's sticking to the beater. Just beat it gently with the help of it, or else you can stir it also. And it should be of this liquid consistency. The masala, as you can see, has also cooked, and it has come together, and it is quite mushy now. So we'll pour the dal in this, the dal that we have already cooked. This is the boiled dal that we are pouring, and I'm just gonna give it a nice mix. Just mix the masala, the spices, and the dal together. Just add a little water to this because it becomes a little thick, and we don't want the thick dal. We need a little water, and this dal always soaks a lot of water. So even if you add a little more water, that's not a problem. It is just going to become a right consistency when it comes to a boil. I'll just put some green chilies over here in the end. This is almost towards the end of it. Your dal is nearly done, and when it starts bubbling and boiling, you can also in the meanwhile prepare for the garnish, and that is with the coriander. Just chop it up really well, roughly chop it up, no need of chopping it up very fine. And now the dal has come to a boil, so you can see my dal is boiling over here. So I'm just going to put the coriander into the dal and just give it a good mix. Doesn't it look yummy? Okay, so it's time to pour the dal. Now this is done. You can serve this dal right now. It is really yummy and really tasty, or you can just add another little step to this, and that is going to make this dal look like a restaurant style dal. I'm doing it over here. I've just put the stove on. I'm putting a small tadka kadai over here, to which I'm adding around 2 spoons of ghee. You can use any ghee over here. I'm using Amul ghee. Ghee comes to a boil very quickly, so you just switch off the flame because we don't want our tadka to burn. I've added some roughly chopped garlic. You can add 2 to 3 cloves of chopped garlic. After switching off the flame, put this jeera and red chili powder together and remove it from the flame and pour it on the dal. That's it, guys. The dal is ready. It's sizzling hot and just
Garnish it with some coriander and it is ready to serve.
And as we all know that dal tastes best with rice and some ghee on it, so I have served it rightly. And let me know how your recipe turns out to be, and subscribe to my channel for more such recipes.